We're learning that Tesla's Fremont factory has been shut down for the past couple of days. Tesla basically shut down Model 3 production line because of chip shortage, and this morning even Bloomberg is reporting that. In this report, friends, I'm going to tell you what this means and what this chip shortage means and how big of a deal this is. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. If you are here for the first time, please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla and electric vehicle news and ring the notification bell so you don't miss my next Tesla or electric vehicle story. So let me start from the official information from the most authoritative source. Bloomberg is reporting this morning that Tesla told workers it will temporarily halt some production at its car assembly plant in California for about 2 weeks, according to a person familiar with the matter. We're talking about the Fremont factory. Staff on Model 3 production line in Fremont were told their line would be down from February 22nd. This is why in the beginning I said it has been shut down in the first couple, has been shut down already several days. So the staff at on Model 3 production line in Fremont were told their line will be down from February 22nd until March 7th, said the person who asked not to be identified because the information is private. The workers were told they would be paid for February 22nd and February 23rd and not paid for February 28th, March 1, March 2nd, and March 3. They were advised to take vacation time if they had it. Representatives of the Palo Alto, California-based electric car maker Tesla didn't immediately respond to messages seeking comment from Bloomberg. Tesla shares yesterday fell as much as 3.8% to $713 before the start of the regular trading Thursday. While production line outages aren't unusual for automakers, they cost the company's revenue. Tesla said last month that it's trying to mitigate the effects of a global semiconductor shortage on its operations and that it expects to increase global vehicle deliveries more than 50% this year. Bloomberg also reports that the California plant is still the most important part of Tesla's vehicle production base, with capacity to make an estimated 600,000 vehicles a year. Chief executive of Tesla, Elon Musk, also has opened a plant near Shanghai, and also Giga Berlin and Giga Texas are in the middle of construction. By the way, today I will have an important update from Tesla Giga Berlin. So guys, if you're listening this, come back in an hour to listen that in next one right after this. Tesla has cut the price of its various models 14 times in markets, including China, Japan, and France this year, raising some analysts' doubts that it has enough demand to meet its goals. Some people say, I wonder it's the demand that Tesla is cutting the price. But others are saying that Tesla is trying to make the automotive electric vehicles more affordable for the average buyer. When considering Tesla had excess inventory in the fourth quarter of 2020 and has never been able to sell out its production capacity, we see the company is currently demand constrained rather than production constrained. GLJ Research LLC founder Gordon Johnson wrote in a note earlier this week. Now, let me get back to Fremont shutdown and just about the demand. I'm planning another report today about what Tesla can do about its rising rivals and how they can counter that. But last night, I learned from Sawyer Merritt, a Twitter user and also Tesla investor who has been providing reliable information about inside information from Tesla. He said, breaking news, he wrote on his Twitter, Fremont has been shut down for the past couple of days. I have been in contact with a few sources that have confirmed this to me, and they have provided some other information as well. As always, take these kinds of things with a grain of salt, he added. But he had 5 more tweets on this subject, and like I said, Sawyer Merritt has been a reliable source about Tesla information on Twitter. He wrote also, it's unclear which lines have been shut down, but at least some Model 3 line workers have been sent home for 2 weeks. So This is the same information that we learned last night as reported by Bloomberg. Merritt also says, in general, the Model 3 workers have been instructed to make 800 Model 3s per day. Some of the sources told me, he writes, there is a potential part shortage from a supplier. Looks like at that time they did not know that it's cheap, but also Merritt says they speculated, the sources from Tesla. It was due to the chip shortages, which Bloomberg confirmed this morning. Samsung was shut down on February 16. The Fremont parking lot was then empty on starting from February 21. Samsung was able to get power resumed on February 20. Tesla is taking the opportunity to address some needed downtime. Before I continue with the Sawyer Merritt's the next three messages, I want to stop here and explain the fact that Tesla is taking the opportunity to address some needed downtime. Some people will think this is a bad news. Well, things happen. Samsung has been shut down because in Texas that there was the freezing, power outage, and so on. Samsung has been in operation, so things should be coming back to normal as Samsung picks up the space. But every automotive company needs some shutdowns, downtime to upgrade things, to update things, and Tesla is taking this opportunity to address some needed downtime. So in this way, if you guys, depending what type of character you have, you can look at this as a positive news. That's how I look at this. You know, it needed some downtime. Sawyer Merritt also says that I was told it takes 7 to 10 days to resume chip production. We're talking about Samsung. It then takes a while to ship to Tesla, so the shutdown is speculated to last about 2 weeks, early March, but it does not sound like a total shutdown because I heard tonight that production is back on some degree. I'm sure Samsung is also interested to speed up the production and ship the chips to Tesla as soon as possible. So it looks like Tesla is getting out of this with minimum damage. I said minimum damage because every downtime costs revenue to any company. Sawyer Merritt continues saying, at the loading zone there are cars now, but way less than normal, but they might ramp up later. There are rumors going around the new Model S and Model X are facing some production issues. I haven't been able to directly confirm that, but no new customer Model S and Model X have been seen in the lot. So he also says that in his last trip, I have also reached out to several people who ordered various dates with orders for the new model and the models, and they haven't yet received their VIN numbers. It remains unclear if Model S and Model X deliveries will begin in March or a later date. Musk originally said February, but that seems unlikely because if there is a shutdown, and chips are not coming, Tesla may have some delays. You know, things are out of your control. The weather is weather. It's an act of God. So what can you do? Friends, I think one thing that is important here, I learned Tesla is doing in China at Giga Shanghai, is to localize your supply chain as much as possible. So if I was a company owner, I would like to try to localize my supply chain as much as possible. If you are in Fremont, try to get chip producers, if there are any. Of course, it's difficult, from Fremont or from California, because if your supply is coming from different parts of the world or even different parts of a large country like the United States, you will always have the difficulty, have the risks of, for example, weather-related shutdown. In one part of the country, it's freezing. You don't expect that, like in Texas, and then there is power outage, and your production stops in California. So I remember when this virus came, when the automotive industry experts were talking about the future of the automotive industry and other industries, they were saying that localization will be one of the most noticed consequence of this virus, because every company would like to localize its supply chain as much as possible in order to avoid variations and problems caused in different parts of the country or the world. Now, friends, you know, the entire auto industry is currently dealing with global shortage of microchips. The electric reports the shortage has already resulted in many vehicle production lines halted around the world. GM, Ford, Nissan, Toyota, Volkswagen, Subaru, and Fiat Chrysler have all announced halted or the decelerated production lines due to this issue, the shortage of microchips. Tesla had so far been able to avoid any impact on production due to the shortage, but its chances might have changed. The electric automaker uses many computers and chips in its vehicles, with the main one being its full self-driving computer powered by chip of its own design produced by Samsung. With the cold weather resulting in frequent power outages in Texas last week, Samsung was forced to shut down its semiconductor plant in Austin, which likely affected Tesla's chip supply. Now, the good news is that since Tesla is building the Gigafactory Gigafactory Texas in Austin, now Samsung being in Austin as well will be a good asset for Tesla. So if there's shutdown, they all will shut down. If they all work together, they all work together. But Tesla being in a different part of the country will not bear the consequence of a weather change in another part of the country. Well, friends, let me know what you think. Do you think this is a big deal or not a big deal? Please like this video, thumbs up, it helps me very much. And I'll see you in our next report. This is Armen Harayan from Torque News. Please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla news and ring the bell so you don't miss my next Tesla story. God bless you, everyone. Peace be with all of you, and see you soon. Look for my next report about Giga Berlin.